Yo, what's up guys, Shujinkydink here with another video to entertain or assist you in becoming the better Injustice 2 player. And this video is all about Fighter Pack 2? Maybe a little bit about Fighter Pack 3? I want to give a shout out to Storms on testermite.com for the inspiration for this video. Before we get going though guys, I got two questions for you. I'm kind of feeling like I've covered everything tips and tricks style, so I kind of wanted to ask you guys what you're struggling with. What do you need me to help you with gameplay wise? I'm not going to be a master at every single matchup, so if you're like, teach me how to beat Superman with Blue Beetle, I'm like, sorry. But there's just general gameplay things that you think. If you're new to the channel and you're not sure what I've covered, just maybe take a quick glance through and see, just see if there's anything that I've missed. That'd be really helpful to help me help you. And because we're community is what we do. I rhyme every time. Also, what do you want Dark Dink to roast next? We roasted the top 5 cheapest characters in Injustice 2. What should he roast next? It's up to you. Post in the comments, the one with the most likes will get it. So a really interesting thing that Storms has done, he's gone and researched the Twitter polls for all the DLC characters in Injustice 2. And the old ones that Ed Boon did back in November, I think. And he's found that so far the guest characters that made it in Fighter Pack 2 weren't the ones that actually got voted by the general public. So I'm going to bring up the polls here. So the first one, best non-MK guest for Injustice 2, actually was won by Spawn. Then Hellboy was second, then Terminator, then Buffy. Buffy? Come on, we can do that. But that makes me wonder, did they already have Spawn in mind? Because everybody, literally everybody wants Spawn. It's just, it'd be a bad move not to do it. They've been saying that since the first Injustice game, that they wanted Spawn. And he won the poll, so why did they put Hellboy in? It only makes, it's not like Spawn barely won, it's 45%. So it makes me think that he's in for the third Fighter Pack. This begins to make a little bit more sense. Best MK guest character for Injustice 2. Sub-Zero was the number 1 and he made it in by a large landmark, 52%. Then Johnny Cage was actually second, but they put Raiden in. The way that they're going right now, it looks like they're doing 2 characters or 1 MK character per pack, I guess. So there's a chance that Johnny Cage could be in Fighter Pack 3 with Spawn and I don't know who the heck else. Which brings me to the third poll. Would you like to see Watchmen characters in Injustice 2? And 74% of people said yes, they would like to see Watchmen characters in Injustice 2. But this is really interesting to me. It's, I mean, it's just a Twitter poll, so I mean, Ed Boon could have done it just completely just bored and I'm just gonna get people to vote on shit. But you gotta keep in mind he's also the creative director of NetherRealm Studios, so it's kind of in his best interest to kind of listen to the fans and what the fans want. Problem being is not every single fan is on Twitter, obviously, so it's kind of hard to pull everybody, but it gives you a good idea, especially when you have landslide votes like the one right there. Yeah, that's the right direction. And the guest character thing gets a lot of hate. It got a lot of hate in Mortal Kombat X when they did it too, because there's just so many characters in both universes. There's so many Mortal Kombat characters that people wanted to see, so many DC characters that they could have added in the game. Why waste the spots with guest characters? And I think there's a couple reasons for this. Mortal Kombat is a very defined series. It's been around for 20 plus years. People know the characters pretty much everywhere. You know, Scorpion, the bicycle kick is a household name. It doesn't really need to be built up as much. So by adding a guest character here and there from horror movies and stuff, they can kind of bring in a different fan base. From a business perspective, it makes sense. As an MK fan, I think it's crap. I really would like more MK characters in my MK games, like a lot of you say, but at the same time I see what they're trying to do. I think it's good for the game overall and a good business decision. If you look at Injustice, for example, this is only the second game and second installment. Of course DC has a huge following, but the Injustice series itself is really new, so they kind of need to reach out and really get more eyeballs on the game. So that's why you have the MK characters, because a lot of people that played MK didn't play Injustice 2. I'm noticing that from Like, just looking around my channel and the comments and stuff, there's lots of people that were like household names on my comment section in MK that just aren't there anymore because they didn't pick up the game or whatnot, or they don't enjoy it. There's a lot of them that actually don't play the game but still come back just to watch because they enjoy my videos. And I thank you guys rock. But yeah, so by doing that, adding a few MK characters here and there, and maybe, you know, making them a little bit better than their counterparts were in Mortal Kombat X, kind of give these fans a way to kind of relive that and try it again in a different system, and kind of get a taste of MK in Injustice. And the same thing with characters like Hellboy too, you know, reach out to a different fan base, get more eyeballs on the game. That's why they had so many guest characters in Injustice 2, with like half of the DLC's guest characters, so they'll try and reach out and get more people into the game. Which again, I understand as a business perspective, but there's just so many DC characters out there, like, where the hell is Enchantress? She's freaking awesome. She needs to be in the game. Who's with me? I want to ask you guys in a little poll here. I think I can put a poll up here somewhere. I'm going to do it if I can. If not, I'm just pointing in the corner and I look really odd for no reason. Would you rather Injustice 2 have Mortal Kombat guest characters, or have a properly done Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe 2 game? If you guys ever played the first game, it was a really cool idea. I like the story. It was super rushed because Midway was like just scrambling for money at that point. I think given the time, the effort, and you know, the resources that Warner Brothers has now, they could actually make that into a really fun game. And I would prefer that because I know what I'm getting into when I buy the game, as opposed to being like a DC fan buying the game and all of a sudden, why is Sub-Zero here? Which, by the way, his dialogue with Raiden should be pretty funny, because they're both in this like place, like they know each other, and it's just like why are we here? And it's like, I'm not entirely sure. It's like, okay, well, let's fight anyway. Like, I don't understand how that's going to be interesting to see. So leave me your thoughts, and of course the answers to the first two questions. And yeah, Johnny Cage and Spawn in Fighter Pack 3. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, because it really helps me out. And subscribe, because I make videos every single day. Hashtag Bonehawks and all that stuff. We'll see all you guys in the next video.